If you call yourself a Tennessee Volunteer fan, which I hope most of you guys watching this show do, the last 24 hours have been pretty sweet because just the day after the Jermod McCoy news and the Jackson Moy news came down, we got a lot of other things to talk about and to celebrate. Number one, Tennessee's culture, it seems better than it ever has right now. I'm going to tell you exactly why on the top of today's show. Then after that, we got a big David Sanders injury update from Austin Price. And Austin Price has been a very busy man recently because he also talked about the momentum that the Tennessee Volunteers have with five-star wide receiver Keyshawn Bowman. Okay? All those three segments coming up on today's show. So happy you guys are with us. You're watching Tennessee Football Talk. My name is Joey Petersen. We do this thing daily. And if you haven't subscribed, hey, we're trying to get to 6,000 subs today. Currently sitting at 5,695, 305 subs away from getting there. Do you want to be the most informed Tennessee Volunteer fan that you can be? Do you want to, enjoy daily entertaining videos? If you answered yes about those questions, and if you want to do it all for free, all you got to do is subscribe and join us right here at Tennessee Football Talk. So yesterday's news was absolutely massive, right? Jackson Moy expected to play against Mississippi State. Jermod McCoy kind of came out of nowhere that they are officially eyeing him to return by that Arkansas game. But that McCoy news in particular is where I want to start on today's show. That shows me that this culture is so incredibly special that what Josh Heupel has built in his half decade as the head coach of the Tennessee Volunteers, we can't just overshadow it. And this move proves my point exactly, okay? I look at this and I say, Jermod McCoy could have very easily sat out this year. Could have gotten healthy, then go to the NFL scouting combine, get drafted. And the funny thing is like nobody would have blamed him. That's the thing. It's not like he was dealing with a turf toe. It's not like he was dealing with, got a shin bruise or something like that. No, he tore his ACL 8 months ago. He could have sat out this season, made himself guaranteed millions of dollars in the draft. Instead, he wants to play. He wants to come back. He wants to be with this team. And he's not saying, you know what, give me till week 10. Let's see where we're at in the SEC standings. And then maybe I'll come back and help this team go to the playoff, win a playoff game. No. He's coming back after the bye week, fingers crossed, to take on the Arkansas Razorbacks in what will be their 6th game of the season. And I feel like we got to appreciate this. So I want to throw it back to 2021 because that's the only way you're going to appreciate it. It's coming off a horrible season in 2020. Jeremy Pruitt fired in January. Tennessee was charged with 200 infractions involving 29 recruits and 10 active players. Believe me, guys, I remember this better than anything because I was a student during this time. That was the end of my sophomore year of college. 25 scholarship players transferred. That was the most in Power 5. And now, a player who's about to make millions of dollars coming off of an ACL tear 8 months ago is dying to come back, play for this team, play for the Power T, and play for Coach Heupel. This all, to me, is a huge testament to what he's built over the last 5 years. We all remember that coaching search. We all remember what everybody in the media, Joel Klatt, was saying. Like, everybody felt, myself included, that Tennessee football over the next 10 years was about to go through a very, very dark time. And now, just a few years later, Josh Heupel has built this thing up to be incredibly special. I need you to show him some love for me, okay? Do you like what Heupel's built? If you do, hit that thumbs up button. Like today's video. I personally have loved reaping in the benefits of watching a team go out and win ball games every Saturday. If you're with me, like today's video. So now, let's talk about the big update on the big true freshman that is right tackle, former 5-star right tackle, David Sanders. So the injury report came out yesterday. He officially on that was listed as day-to-day. But if we're going to be honest, he's been listed as day-to-day for a very, very long time. We all remember Josh Heupel speaking at a Monday morning press conference. I believe this was a week and a half ago, last Monday, saying that he has a unique injury. Doctors are uncertain, and that's why he's been kind of day-to-day for a while. It's not like a sprained ankle, and I say that meaning that there's not a definitive timeline. He's been having to fight through that. He wants to be out there. It hurts him badly. Well, yesterday, Austin Price, everybody's favorite guy on Volquest, joined Josh and Swain, the radio show. They obviously asked him about David Sanders, and he said, I do think there's a real solid chance that he could travel this weekend with Tennessee, which is another step in the right direction for him. Everything I'm told continues to trend in the right direction. I think he took huge strides last week. He's made more strides this week. I feel like he's getting really close to putting on the pads and playing football. And look, this is really, really good news, okay? Not only do you get your offensive line even deeper and stronger than it was before, and it's been phenomenal so far this season, but I believe this is great news for the future as well. Because you have this product, you have this player in David Sanders, and you didn't recruit him for David Sanders as a freshman. You recruited him for David Sanders as a sophomore, junior, maybe fingers crossed, senior. You recruited him for the future, to what you could develop him into. So, yeah, I'd love to get him as a freshman, but the way you turn him into that product is by him playing, by him being out on the field, by him getting bull rushed by a fifth-year senior from Alabama every now and then, as he's 19 years old. You learn through those moments. You learn through playing the football game, right? I think it was Jason Kelsey just say the other day, no one's ever learned from being on the bench. Now, there is some benefit to being on the bench and soaking in reps, soaking in mental reps, but you're going to get your best and become your best when you're out there playing. I'd still guess, like if I had to, that he doesn't play against Mississippi State. If I had to make an educated guess, I think he'll travel. I think he's going to take a step in the right direction in that sense. But I don't see him out there playing, especially with the bye week right after that. I think he's going to come back similar to when Jermod McCoy is going to, right? I think they're going to sit him during Mississippi State. I think they're going to take advantage of that extra week off. And then by the time Arkansas comes around, that's 2.5 weeks from now, he's going to be even more ready to go than he will be against the Bulldogs. Do you think he'll play against Mississippi State? You let me know by giving me a yes or a no in the comment section down below. Take a guess for me. Will David Sanders Jr. be on the field against the Bulldogs? Make sure you stick around, okay? Don't go anywhere. We still got some Tennessee recruiting news to get into. And yes, I'm talking about 5-star wide receiver Keyshawn Bowman. But if you want a 5-star deal right now, all you got to do is go to chatsports.com/UT-hoodie. You don't even have to memorize that link because I put it in the comments and I put it in the description of today's video. Look, one of my favorite things to do when I was at Tennessee was go walk around the Vol shop because I loved looking at the stuff, right? Now, key word in that phrase, I liked looking at the stuff. I didn't like buying the stuff because it was so damn expensive. You can get this Tennessee hoodie for just $22. $22, are you kidding me? I would challenge you, if you can find anything in the Vol shop that's a hoodie that's $22 or less, my mind would be blown, okay? Well, you got it right here. Chatsports.com/UT-hoodie. Remember, put that link in the comments and description of today's video. All right, coming up last, Tennessee, some momentum with 5-star Keyshawn Bowman. We've been keeping you up to date with what's been going on with Bowman for the last, Gage? Probably 2 weeks he's been on our radar. He's been in pretty constant conversation on this channel. I'll give you a little glimpse into his timeline. July 24th, he committed to Oregon. Then, September 13th, he visited Tennessee for that Tennessee-Georgia game. Then 6 days later, he decommitted from the Oregon Ducks. And then the day after that, he was back in Knoxville for the game against UAB. Austin Price on Josh and Swain said the following. Tennessee's got all the momentum there right now. Now we'll see if they can keep it, but right now things are trending in the right direction for Keyshawn Bowman. And honestly, that's all you can want at this point. You don't have to rush this in any means. Take your time with this recruitment. He's a 2027 guy. You don't need to get him to sign that dotted line in 3 months. You got 15 months to do that. But this guy, I think, is going to be a really, really good player. Obviously, you have the benefit of being in state just a trip down I-40 will get you to Brentwood Academy. 6'1", 174 pounds, a little bit more of a wiry wide receiver. We've talked about him a lot, comparing him to Devontae Smith with his body type. But he's a 5-star prospect on the 24/7 composite, the 6th best wide receiver in the class, top 40 player overall in the class. And I think this guy would do unbelievably in this Josh Heupel offense. And I think that's part of the reason he decommitted from Oregon, because he saw what Tennessee did against Georgia, then saw, obviously, the day after he decommitted, what they were able to do against UAB. Before we get out of here, I got 5 keys to victory against Mississippi State, okay? Number 1, you got to run the football. Mississippi State has got a pretty good secondary. That's easily the strongest part of their defense, but you're going to be able to run the ball on them all game long, okay? Star Thomas, Deshaun Bishop, Peyton Lewis, they've never seen a 3-headed monster like Tennessee has. Against Arizona State, Sun Devils ran for over 200 against them. You can do the exact same. What I'm looking for also is now the time that Star Thomas kind of gets that step up to RB1. We'll see. I hope it is. Regardless, you want to be balanced. The way to take advantage of their secondary, that's pretty dang good, is by running the football well. Number 2, you got to get to the quarterback. Look, I think Blake Shapen's a really good player. I do. I don't think he's a perfect quarterback, but I think he's a good quarterback. They got a lot of really good wide receivers as well. They got some elite speed in that wide receiver room. And if you let them just sit back there, pick you apart, they're going to be able to sling the pill. They're going to be able to put up some points, okay? So you have to get to the quarterback, because I don't love their rushing offense. I feel like what they do through the air is kind of all they can do offensively. And so if you can pressure Shapen, it's going to help your secondary out a lot, especially because you don't have Jermod McCoy yet back, and you're running again with a true freshman in Ty Redmond, who's done great, but still, last time he played an SEC team, it was very so-so. Number 3, Joey Aguilar plays smart. The way that you lose to teams that are worse than you, that have worse rosters than you do, is you make mistakes. You commit turnovers, right? That needs to be something in Joey Aguilar's head to continue to play smart. He has not had near as many turnover-worthy plays as he had in years past, and I think as a lot of us expected him to once he decided to transfer to the University of Tennessee. But that's the way they can get back in this game. They picked off Sam Levitt twice. That was absolutely massive in them winning that football game just a couple weeks ago. If we can run the football and Joey Aguilar doesn't turn the ball over, you will win the football game, okay? Get ahead early. This is going to be another big one. Look, I don't know if you know this about me, but my first year after graduating from Tennessee, I left Knoxville, my first job out of school. Right before I started working here at Chat Sports was I worked for Mississippi State. Okay? I worked for their athletics program. Did video editing all the way. No, you don't care. I've spent a decent bit of time in Davis-Wade Stadium. One of the things I notice is if they get down early, their fans are nothing like Tennessee fans. They will get quiet. Okay? They will stop ringing those cowbells. If you shut them up earlier, that takes away their home field environment. So you got to come out hot. You got to put points on the board. Look, I'm a massive fan of deferring if you win the coin toss and kicking the ball first. But if I'm Josh Heupel in this one, there's a part of me that thinks about if you win the toss, receiving the kick, going down there, scoring, and putting them behind her. I think that would send a pretty good message. Number 5, I alluded to it earlier. Don't make stupid mistakes, okay? This is how worse rosters beat better rosters. Penalties, turnovers, special teams mishaps. That's how it happens. Every single time an upset happens in this sport, whether it's professionally or in the collegiate ranks, it's because you made those 3 mistakes. Play clean football, play smart football. You're the better team. The cream will rise to the top. My score prediction. Tennessee, Mississippi State. Give me the Vols, 38. Give me the Bulldogs, 20. Okay? I think Mississippi State is on the right trajectory. Excuse me. I just think they're a couple years removed from being what they can be with Jeff Levy. So I think this might be one of those that's maybe close early. Maybe you're up by 3 points at halftime, maybe just a touchdown, and then I think you pull away in the second half, and I think you win this football game. I just did it. Now I want you to do it. Predict the score of Tennessee, Mississippi State in the comment section down below. Mine's 38-20. You can copy it. You can do whatever you want. Just let me know in the comment section. That's going to do it. Make sure you got me followed on social media. I got to check right now because my TikTok over the last, 24 hours has actually gained a ton of followers. I think I've added like 60 followers in the last 24 hours. So keep hitting me up there, Joey_Vawls. And if you're not subscribed, make sure you change that today. YouTube.com/VawlsTalk. Daily videos, all 100% free. From a Tennessee fan himself, right to you guys.